Hey there, YouTube. So I'm going to show you the 4-year update on the rubber mulch. We did a bunch of project work this season, and the mulch got messed up quite a bit here. So let me show you what everything looks like right now. All right, so if we're coming out the front door and we head to the left, we put these new granite treads in, and as you can see, that caused a lot of work around here to get done, and apologize for the road noise here. So we'll have to put some more mulch down, but one of the questions I had gotten was about rose bushes and if the rubber mulch affected them. Really, I think the only thing that we've seen issues with, these are double knockout roses, is with caterpillars, but I mean, they look fairly healthy to me. That one, this one's always been runty, but we think it has something to do with the azalea bush that's right next to it. But here's the condition of the mulch right next to everything. So you can see color is still good, comparatively speaking to black wood mulch that I put down last season on the side bed, which the guy has run. This mulch, which really just sits in these front beds right in the front of the house. That's where we keep it. So again, you can see it's the other bed right in front of our house. I didn't put landscape fabric down because we're always planting stuff here and moving things around, so I feel like messing with it, but you can see there's kind of, from the disturbance, there's a pretty thin layer over here, so time to put some more down. And this is the last bed, the lower bed. And this mulch sees sun pretty consistently all day long. It's probably got the longest exposure, I think. And it still looks really good. There's no smell to it. I know some people have asked about the smell. I think there's a smell for maybe a few days or whatever after you put it down initially, but then after that, there's really no more smell. Certainly can't smell anything right now. But if I step back, you can see everything in this bed does extremely well. We have daylilies and irises mostly in this bed. There's a few tulips that have managed to come back up again this year, but outside of that, it's mostly just daylilies and irises. And as we come to the upper bed, same thing, mostly daylilies and irises, but there are some, I think those are the grape hyacinth down there in the front, and then my wife plants these Asiatic stargazer lilies here in the back that are all poking through as well. Showed you the rose bushes, the azalea. I'm not sure what that kind of bush is called, but these things do extremely well here. And we got the footpath, and then over here, these are Stella d'Oro daylilies. These have always done extremely well here. My wife planted something here. I'm not sure what these are. I think they're more Asiatic lilies. Can't be certain though. I will say, one thing I'm not too crazy about is when we have landscapers come to clean the yard and do yard cleanup for spring and fall. They spray the mulch with their blowers, and it does get into the grass, so I've got a lot of cleanup to do, mostly on this side. On the other side, obviously, there's no grass to clean up, so it's not as bad. But on this side, I definitely got a lot of cleanup to do. I got to re-edge the bed over here. And then we put some landscape fabric down to, because this was all torn up from the construction we did. Put some landscape fabric down. That white stuff that you see in the grass is that leftover fabric stuff. And then there's this like plastic netting that it was attached to. It's just a disaster. So that's gonna be a huge project. And then I'm gonna edge this as well and throw some rubber mulch in there and see how that does. That is a Rosa Sharon tree. So we'll see how it goes. This is the landscape fabric I was talking about. So this plastic netting, that fiber material. Landscapers put it down. I went to tear it up and it looks terrible. So lots of work to do there. But here's last year's black mulch. And you can see, if you get down in there, flip it over, it's nice and black. And you can see the top stuff is fairly gray, graying out. And this has only been down for a season, so big chunks like this all done. So the Rubberific, that's the product that I use. I like it because it's got the most shredded look to it. And it says it's warranted for 12 years, 10 years. Let me go check the bag. But even if it lasted 6, 7, 8 years, I think this is probably the third pallet that I bought to put down. And here it is. Yep, let's go off to the side here so you can read it. Rubberific. Premium shredded rubber mulch. Yep, 12-year guarantee in the US. International play equipment certified. So again, you could use this in a playground too if you want. This is one pallet. Each bag is 2 cubic feet, and I believe there are 20 bags on the pallet. So I'll use that to do that new flower bed there in the middle of the lawn. Do those beds there, and then down along the side of the juniper, not the property line. Well, I hope you enjoyed this update, and if you got any questions, let me know.